Her right cheek is pushing into the rough fibers of the oatmeal carpet. She takes a deep breath and closes her eyes. The carpet smells like loneliness and dog. Her favorite. She didn't mean to make a mess, but then again, when does anyone ever mean to make a mess? Olivia stretches her hand and feels the soppy puddle. Gone down, of course. She extends her hand a little bit. And allows her fingers to enclose on a lemon slice at the edge of the wet spot. Her head is throbbing and she knows that she needs to get the fuck up and take care of this, but all she's able to do is settle the slice in her hand and squeeze. The last of her energy drips through her fingers with the sour juice of the lemon. What do I feel? She takes a deep breath. She feels the pulp a little bit, the hard juice cylinders that explode as soon as a little pressure is applied. She also counts the seeds. In this slice there are 3, and one is twice as big as the others combined. Without picking her head up, she settles her hand near her face and inspects what she's holding. That one seed is bigger, but it's still small for a seed. Orange seeds are definitely bigger, and grapefruit seeds are even bigger than that. She studies the smallest of the seed of the 3 and decides that she has found the winner. I want to be the size of the seed. I want to be small. Not in terms of weight. Olivia hasn't focused on that for a while. No, not horizontal size, but vertical. Olivia Linden wants to shrink. Olivia Linden wants to disappear. With her cheeks still pressed to the carpet, she wipes her hand on the fibers closest to her and squeezes her eyes. What's the point of cleaning this if it's just going to get dirty again? What's the point? Why do anything when you can lie on the ground and do nothing? She likes doing nothing. It makes her feel guilty because she knows she should be doing a lot of some things, especially now, but doing nothing feels so good. Olivia also wonders about how good it must feel to feel nothing. No pain, no worry, nothing. She feels the tapping of nails on the floor as her dog enters the living room. Hey there, sir, she whispers, as a tear leaks from her eye. Did you have a long day at the office, little man? Francis McDougal patters over to Olivia and sits down next to her. One of his paws rests right next to his owner's hand. Thank you so much, she smiles. She starts gently rubbing one of his small legs with her thumb. She gets a familiar sharp pain in her nose, and she's being poked with needles. It's a feeling she gets before she's about to cry. She's home alone right now, so she allows the tears to swell out of her eyes. Olivia likes to cry. She likes how tired she feels after she's done. She likes how puffy her eyes are after and how red her nose is. Olivia has gone a week without crying. Not as good as her record of 9 days, but so close. She lists the responsibilities she needs to take care of. Later, of course, later after she sleeps. First, she needs to clean up the spill she made on the rug before her mom comes home. I'm not getting yelled at today. She bites her lip. She hasn't gotten yelled at in a while, but for some reason the fear is still there. I can't disappoint. But then again, does it matter? What does it matter if she gets yelled at or not? The dark abyss is waiting for her either way. The last time Olivia had a depressive episode, her mom had found her in the same state, sprawled on the rug in the same position. She called her daughter lazy and told her to get up and that she was just overreacting like she usually was. But was it an overreaction? Olivia wasn't sure. She had a hard time sifting through her feelings, and instead of paying attention to the ones that bothered her so she could take care of them and move on, Olivia chose to suppress until there's nothing left to push down, resulting in all of her emotions piling up and spilling out at once. Being confronted by everything like this left her tired and numb and unable to do anything more than mope and sleep. Olivia had always been clumsy, and thankfully this time all she spilled was a glass of water with a lemon slice. She obviously knows that water won't leave a stain, but she feels bad and wants to erase all traces of there being any mess before her mom walks to the door. Olivia sighs heavily and closes her eyes. She needs to do 2 nights of German homework too, and a research paper due tomorrow. She wonders why she always waits until the last minute. What the fuck? Why can't she just do everything she needs to do as soon as she gets home like she did when she was in middle school? Why is everything so hard for her? Why is she so goddamn lazy? Why are there excuses for everything? Olivia has always claimed that she works best under pressure, but is this even true? Is waiting until the last possible second to start something a conscious choice she makes? Or does she do that because she's physically unable to sit down and concentrate on something that she has to get done until she absolutely needs to? She realized that it's a problem. She realized that it shouldn't take her an entire goddamn weekend to write a 2-page paper. She knows that plain walls shouldn't be as distracting as they are, and she for sure knows that getting through half of her history readings isn't good enough reason to reward herself by starting the next season of Arrested Development. 2 weeks before, Olivia's therapist had told her something interesting about her anxiety. It actually makes sense that Olivia procrastinated like this. Melissa Shocker told her that many people who suffer with anxiety disorders also suffer with perfectionism, and that this mixed with Olivia's depression was what was making her create incredibly high standards for herself. perfectionism was so profound in her work ethic, it only made sense that Olivia would want to stall the start of an assignment as long as possible, especially if she already knew that she wouldn't be able to reach her impossible expectations. "I just don't see the point," Olivia had said, doing her best to fight off tears. "I don't see the point in doing something if I already know it's going to be shit." "We always get everything done, don't you?" Melissa responded as she scribbled down a few words onto her notepad. "Always," Olivia nodded. "I might not get any sleep, but I always make sure to have everything done." The two then came to the conclusion that the college junior should try to cut herself some slack. "There's nothing wrong with average work. Not everything needs to be perfect. You're doing fine." Olivia closes her eyes and thinks about these three words as her mind starts to cycle. Clean your mess, German homework, essay, sleep. But everything is fine. You're doing fine. She knows she should get off the carpet, but lying like this feels so good. Olivia wants to take a nap here. She wants to melt into the rough fibers. She wants to be as small as a bacteria that's too small to be picked up by the suction of the vacuum. She would do a good job as bacteria. Olivia hears a chirp coming in through the window. She wonders how that bird has energy to chirp. It's 5:30 p.m. How is it not drained? She wishes she could evaporate into the air, fly out the window and follow the bird around. Everything would be so much easier if there was only one thing she needed to do. If she only had the freedom to do whatever she wanted. She would still be doing nothing, but at least she would have the choice to. She stacks one fist on top of the other and rests her forehead on top of that. "I need to get up." The incentive is that she'll go shower as soon as she dabs the puddle a little bit. The sooner she cleans up, the sooner she can get into her pajamas and start her homework. She just needs to will herself to get up. She closes her eyes and imagines how good the hot water will feel pounding into her sore shoulders, or how nice her legs will feel after she uses the loofah to scrape away all the disappointment that had piled up for the day. "Just get up," she whispers. Her deadline for her paper is tomorrow, and time is ticking, and she's wasted so much time already, and all she's doing is wasting time. She would have probably been done by now if she had just started when she got home. But instead, she needs to get herself a drink in case she got thirsty, and then something to eat just in case she got hungry. Her arms are weak and her shoulders are tired, but she somehow manages to pull herself together and get into a kneeling position. She inspects her surroundings and realizes that the puddle isn't even that big. Olivia shuffles over to the maroon coffee table and pulls three tissues out of a floral Kleenex box. She returns to the spot of her mess and starts to lightly dab it. Most of the water has already been absorbed, but she continues dabbing it anyway. She's done an average job at taking care of this, but it's fine. Water is clear and won't make a stain, so it's fine. It's fine when her mind starts cycling again and her head starts throbbing. Olivia starts rubbing her temples, gently at first, but then a little harder when the pressure doesn't stop. She keeps thinking about that essay, and all her German homework. There's too much to do. About 6 hours of sleep. She has about 6 hours before midnight, and she most likely won't be in bed until 1:30. Her mouth fills with saliva, and the couches in the living room start to blend together. She needs to get things done. But she's just so tired. The chirping bird is gone, and all she can hear now is her heart is too loud, it's going too fast, and she's worried that any second it's going to stop. She tries to take a deep breath, but she can't. She tries to take a shallow one, but she can't do it either. Is this death? Is Olivia Linden dying? Surprisingly, she doesn't think it would be too bad, leaving right now. She wouldn't be around to hear the new Vampire Weekend album she's been waiting for since 2013, but at least she wouldn't have to do her paper. Olivia's body feels heavy, and her head feels like it's about to explode. Her throat is dry, but there's nothing for her to drink because she already got in and took care of that, didn't she? Olivia's thighs are burning from the shuffling she just did. She knows she's not in any condition to move, so she lies back down on the ground, on the floor this time. She presses her cheek against the cold, polished wood and extends her arms. Olivia closes her eyes and decides that she'll start as soon as she wakes up from this hour-long nap. After all, she does always manage to get everything done.
Thank you for Anna Samborska.